So I already know people here in Serbia that use Instagram to purchase things. There's a couple online stores that are Instagram only. They don't have physical locations. And I thought of this idea of having like a fashion page for like thrift shop items, of like fashion items. Because the thrift shops here have a lot of old clothing and non-fashionable stuff, to get people to donate to this, to have more fashionable clothing on this page, I was thinking about offering like a 50% revenue share to the items sold. So if you give me some Nike shoes and I sell them for $50, then you get 25 and I get 25. This would encourage people to make the donation because they can make money instead of selling the item themselves on their own personal page. There's more traction on a big page where everybody's sending their stuff, so items get sold faster, so more people are browsing for better items, and there's no overhead, no maintenance costs. The middleman facilitating the exchange of fashionable thrifting items.
0, 1, 2, 2, 2, 3, 4, 0, 1, 2, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6, 6, 9, 10, 8, 7, 7, 6, 6, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8, 8, 9, 10, 6, 20, 30, 40, 6, 10, 7, 10, 8, 10, 8, 10, 9, 10, 100, 1000, million, billion. Beautiful girl. Beautiful girl. Beautiful girl. For the first time in my life, I saw a couple drinking wine on the balcony, and another balcony has classical music playing in between the two buildings.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that blows my mind. I've never seen that in my entire life. Nowhere in the history of mankind did I think that I would go out onto my balcony to have a cigarette, and there'd be a couple having wine and an entirely different apartment playing classical music for the two buildings. I am in love. Good morning, Serbia.
Beograde, dobro jutro.
Get ready for a story time. So I'm on the Facebook groups for like expats and, Canadians in Serbia and all kinds of stuff. So I browse, just to see what kind of information might be useful. And I put up a post that I'm going to do some personal training. I started building a little program that I'm going to do, and I already had like 5 people reach out to me for personal training, which is really kind of interesting. So anyway, so I'm scrolling through the posts a little bit, and I see this one woman, and she says, hey, we need somebody to be a chef for us for a couple hours. I want you to come in. I want you to cook and clean, take care of the dogs, do some groceries, a couple little errands. Is anybody interested? Okay, whatever. I'll say something. So I end up reaching out to her. We have this little conversation, and she tells me that it's actually for her boyfriend who has some kind of company or something. He's a local celebrity, so they want discretion. They don't want anyone to know who he is, like not to talk about where he lives. And she wants somebody to come in Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and like I said, just do a little bit of cooking, cleaning, kind of, be his assistant, help him take care of some things, make the household function so that he can focus on other things. Obviously, there's payment involved in this, so I'm like, okay, it sounds like a cool little job. This is something that I am definitely built for. I'm a good house husband. I have a wide set of skills. I'm fit, I'm healthy, I love to cook and clean and take care of things, and I run businesses back in Canada. So I'm like, okay, this is gonna be my thing. So I start telling my wife about it, and I'm like, hey, I got this job, I'm gonna start, on Wednesday, whatever. This Wednesday that we just finished passing, and I haven't done it yet, and I'll tell you what. So she's like, oh yeah, so where'd you meet these people? So I started telling her, the Facebook group, right? So she says, well, who is it? And I said, I don't know. She says, well, what kind of questions did they ask? And I said, basically just whether I want the job or not. And so she looks at me and she goes, and they want discretion? And yeah, because he's like a local celebrity. You found him in an expat group on Facebook? Yeah, babe. I'm like, this is a good opportunity. No, he's gonna lock the door and you're gonna lose your kidneys. So I've been freaking out ever since. What is the possibility that that's exactly what this is? It's like a organ harvesting situation to grab a whole bunch of like unsuspecting Canadians or something. I don't know. So I message the person and I say, how do I know that this is not organ harvesting situation? Like you're not gonna like lock the door and kill me or something. She responds with LOL, lol, laugh. That's it. Anyways, so I convinced them to have a meeting with me. So I'm gonna go see them later this morning. We're gonna have some coffee and I'm gonna find out who this person is. So if I don't make a video tonight, it's because I'm dead.
So when I met my Serbian wife, this is what she looked like. Then I taught her the fundamentals of personal fitness, and she became this beast. Look at this. So you can see with the tapering of the V here, she obviously has lost a lot of weight. Lats are really strong and coming in. You got the rhomboids and stuff. Very strong, very strong. The first time that I ever lost weight, I went from this approximately to that. I think I lost like 40 pounds and put on like 10 pounds of muscle or something. I feel like I've always had kind of like a wide trunk or like a thick trunk. You see how it kind of, my stomach comes out further almost than my chest, despite the fact that I have a six-pack coming in here. And this is when I was at my absolute thinnest and I didn't have any muscle. So you can see the veins and stuff coming here and here. Like there's just no chest development. And you can see the veins in my forearms as well, actually. So, and then we've got these like healthy body weight images, which I really like. I like this one because I feel strong, like I look strong in this picture. Then I've got some definition on the chest and some on the abs and stuff like that, but you can clearly see that I'm holding a lot of weight in my gut and on like the side tit and stuff, right around the chest. And for those of you that tell me that I should grow my beard, this is a picture of when I had longer hair. Here's a picture where I look like a happy fat dad, but again with longer hair.
Doesn't drink, doesn't smoke, doesn't fuck around, doesn't abuse his body.
Tebi uzima kao lepo.
Jeste, da. I ja stvarno ne volim da pričam sa robotom. No, meni je to grozno. Ovako, meni to nije ista stvar. I onda bi žela da se vrati. Tamo nije sad... Ne, stvarno.
Našoj kosi tamo se na to ono. I počinimo se da munđavamo na to da popijemo nešto, ovo ono, se osvežimo. Abi, batko, reci šta ti treba.
Do you eat too much burek? Do you get pastry all over your plate? When you wash your dishes, you get burek all stuck inside there, which clogs this? Well, I've got a solution for you. Every Balkan household should have a couple of these, but if you've got one like this, with a wide mouth, fill up your sink just a little bit. Let's say like an inch of water. This one I've already used, but you take this, unplug, put this on here. One hand you're gonna hold down here, and with the second hand you're gonna grab the top right here, and you're gonna crunch it up and down and up and down. And with the right maneuvering, what ends up happening is the bottle ends up pushing a whole bunch of water down, and then you pull and it sucks the water, and then it pushes the water and sucks the water, and it gyrates all the food, all the little pastry pieces that you have in your pipe, pushes them through. And then your water should be able to empty pretty fast. There it goes. Done. Idealistically, I would suggest that you don't put food into your sink, especially if you got small pipes like this, and I don't know what the pipes are like in the building, so I don't want to be putting food down there, obviously. But I wasn't aware of what the plumbing was like, and I was washing a dish that was like this, and it kind of got some of that burek. I know it's going to dissolve, so that's fine. So I ended up doing this little water trick that I know about because I don't have a plunger or anything like that, and I think that the issue was further than just kind of in the little gooseneck underneath the sink. But just in case, you can take the side of this and you can open up this little screw right here, and when you pull that screw out, this whole thing's going to want to pop up, and you can take it off and clean underneath. And on this side, this right here ends up detaching because the screw comes into this little plastic piece. This pops down. You can kind of clean up inside of all of this. I wouldn't suggest touching any of this section because these can be glued or break. But if you unscrew the sink, this will just come down a little bit and you can clean up your system. There's going to be a rubber here, and there's going to be a second one underneath this, or possibly in this section underneath. So try not to stretch those. Clean them up, put them back properly, and then you can just put this down, screw that back in,
and don't tighten it too much because you don't want to break the thread of the plastic.
That is my plumbing tip for the day.
So I'm done at the gym, fitness update. So I had 60 kilograms on the bar. Bar itself is probably about 20. So that's 80 kilograms. Did the warm up, did 6 or 8. Then I brought it up to 100 kg total because I put 80 on the bar. I did a set of 3 and then I ripped 20 off, put the 10s back on. So now I'm down to 30 precise or 60 plus the bar. And I did another 2 sets of 6. Anyway, so I'm feeling tough. That's about my body weight. I'm like 200 pounds. So I still got a lot of fat to lose. Anyways, I'm feeling tough. I'm feeling good.
Going for my walk. So we've got this saying in Canada, April showers bring May flowers. So in April, we have a lot of rain, and then in May, we have flowers that the sun comes out and everything's gotten a lot of water. In the last couple of years anyways, it seems like we get a lot of rain in May, however, which is kind of weird, because now the saying doesn't make any sense. Anyways, all that to say that right now in Serbia, this reminds me of like our late April, early May weather. And realistically, it's pretty warm out. Like it's probably like 2-3 degrees or something. And all of this snow is going to be gone by the end of the day anyways. So it's more slushy. And we have a lot of slush in Canada all the time. Or what seems like all the time anyways. Okay, so I'm headed to the gym. I'll see you guys when I get back.